Lisa, today we want to talk about how we engage with our members and crisis situations, be it provincial or, I guess we talked about it during home instances last time, so this is more on a provincial, larger scale, wide to wide. And so how HSLDA, first how we respond in those crisis situations, and then how HSLDA members and staff as a team work together in those situations.
Sure. So I think firstly we need to talk about the work we do on a year-long basis, the proactive work, not just the reactive. So all year long we are monitoring legislation. We develop relationships with governing authorities, provincial homeschool groups, and the individual members.
Right.
So we are always monitoring the status of things, and that helps us to we can foresee to some extent when a crisis might emerge, and already have some of the background work
kind of like
done.
the climate of the
Exactly.
province, if there's something.
Yeah. So then if a crisis emerges, we have, we already know who the stakeholders are, and we can rejuvenate those relationships, and we need to communicate a lot with our members.
Yes.
Sometimes we can't communicate enough, but we do that through emails, our blogs, Facebook, Twitter, individual phone calls, and so we can assure people of what the implications of the crisis are and what possible responses to it are, and the consequences to those responses.
Right.
So that's a lot. That's a lot of it.
Good. Now, what about? I know sometimes in the instance at hand, we feel like, oh, we got to do something like right now, or it's going to just blow up around us, right? Is that something that we should be doing, or stepping back a little bit?
We certainly want to harness the energy of a community when there's a crisis, but we also need to be very wise, and often patience is the key to the success. So we want to again hear from people. We want to accept. We work with their creative ideas for how to respond, but sometimes the legal response, there are certain dates that need to pass before a certain strategy makes the most sense.
Right.
And if we do things prematurely, that could have greater consequences than what we're expecting. Could be negative,
right?
But we definitely want to be, in communication with a multitude of leaders.
Right. And so there again, it's the relationship built previous to the fire, right?
That's right.
Right. So
yeah. So we want to, as a national organization, we have that unique position of working with all of the jurisdictions.
Right.
So that's something unique we bring to the table, and we want to represent homeschooling very broadly speaking, right? So we want to represent the diversity within homeschooling, but with a unified approach to protect our constitutional and charter rights.
Yes.
So we love that families are making this great commitment. They are taking the responsibility they have at law to oversee the education of their children. They're taking that very seriously, and it works, and we're happy to be a part of the solution, we hope.
Yeah. And as a homeschool community, we want to be expressing ourselves well as a group, right? Not just jumping out full force.
Right.
So certainly, contacting us by email and phone, and, checking our videos and our blogs and that sort of thing. We try and keep up information that way, and certainly we want our members to know not to hesitate in contacting us. We may have heard about the situation, we may not, so certainly to let them know that they can follow up with us at any point.
Excellent.
Great.
Thanks, Carrie.
Thanks.